So if you're a senior sales leader, you've probably noticed it. There are fewer executive roles being posted, and there's this growing trend toward fractional sales leadership. If that's you, there's something really important you need to understand. The reality is, most experienced sales leaders who are entering this market, they're already on the failure path. They just don't know it yet. And here's why. The moves that feel right in the beginning, they're the exact same ones that quietly destroy your leverage later on. And by the time most people realize what's happening, they're trapped in the pattern, and frankly, it's often too late. It usually starts with getting one or two clients, right? But that immediately creates a revenue roller coaster. When one client leaves, the whole business just wobbles. Then they start overcomplicating how they get clients, long consulting sales cycles, heavy diagnostic processes, and it just makes it slow and really difficult to win new business. Pretty soon they realize they're just trading time for money. What looked like independence has now become an expensive job, just with fewer benefits. And eventually, they're wearing every single hat. Sales, delivery, operations, admin, marketing. They're constantly busy, but they're not actually building anything that can scale. And this flawed approach, well, it has a very predictable endpoint. For so many, the outcome is exactly the same. They lose momentum, they burn out, and eventually they end up returning to a full-time role. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Fractional sales leadership itself isn't failing. It's the way most people are trying to do it that's failing. You see, most people enter this market trying to sell themselves. But the leaders who build real, actual leverage, they're playing a different game entirely. They don't sell themselves. They install something called sales rhythm. Okay, let's unpack that. Most businesses don't really have a sales problem. What they have is a rhythm problem. Think of it like the operating system for sales. It's a clear structure of daily actions, weekly check-ins, and monthly goals that completely replaces all that inconsistent activity and those fragmented systems. So the next logical question is, how do you build that rhythm? Well, it all starts with having the right system, one that provides the exact structure that most businesses are missing. And this is where we introduce what we call sales engines. It's a deployable framework that gives a business that structure they're missing. So think of it as a pre-built playbook for everything from lead generation to closing deals. It creates daily accountability and predictable growth. And right alongside that, we run what are called profit lever workshops. Now, these are really targeted sessions that analyze a company's existing operations to uncover hidden revenue opportunities, helping the leadership see exactly where growth is being lost in their current process. Now, when this system is installed properly, the outcome is just completely different. It's night and day. So here's the crucial point. Instead of just chasing one or two consulting clients, you're operating with multiple client attraction strategies. Instead of those complex engagements, you're delivering a simple, structured client lifecycle. And instead of trading your time for money, you're building recurring revenue and real leverage. And maybe most importantly, instead of doing everything yourself, you actually have systems, support, and scale behind you. The result of all this, predictable growth. For your clients, yes, but also for your own business. Look, this shift is happening, and it's happening quickly. More experienced sales leaders are moving into fractional roles every single month, but the number of opportunities to build this the right way with the systems and the infrastructure behind you, that's limited. We're focused on helping develop the next generation of sales leaders. We're talking about leaders who install sales engines, leaders who help businesses build sales rhythm, and ultimately, leaders who build predictable, scalable sales agencies of their very own. So the question is, are you ready to be ahead of the curve? If you think you might be, the first step is very simple. Complete the short fractional sales agency readiness assessment. It's designed to help you determine whether this opportunity and this model is the right fit for you.